Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
I'm here.
We're going to be watching The Legend of Vox Machina 101. 101.
101.
Many meanings there because we haven't seen anything for this. You haven't seen anything at all, right, Tom?
I
No
haven't. The only thing I know is
commercials.
that it's animated. That's about all I know.
Yeah, and I did a little research because I didn't know anything about it either. I do go on TikTok more often now because it's very addicting. Some, on and off. But I did see a couple quick commercials for it that were only a few seconds, and I would just quickly skip it because I didn't want to be spoiled. But it is in English, and I see voice actors that are familiar. We saw that Matthew Mercer is in this, Liam O'Brien, Marisha Ray, Sam Riegel, Travis Willingham, and it goes on. There's a big cast. And I know a lot of these people have done a lot of voice acting for animated series. I did look up that it is based off of Dungeons and Dragons. Have you ever played?
I have not.
I haven't
Shame.
either.
I know. Shame.
Shame
Shame.
on me too, but one of our editors and family members, Heather, she used to play now and again, right? She had friends that would play or something.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I've always been curious about it. You're going to laugh at me, but I'm going to defend it because I love the Dragon Prince, and you haven't seen that either, right,
I
Tom?
haven't seen that either. I know it's based on the Avatar
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
not the same story, but the same,
not
some of the
based, but
creators and writers, yeah.
that's
And
what I meant. Yeah.
I mean, it's a really good show, and I bought a game that is called Battle Charge, and it's a board game, but I think it's called a role-playing game or something, so I'm kind of wondering if it's similar to Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a more basic idea from what I hear, but I found it kind of complicated. Like, I understood it, but I really had to read the rules because you have these action figures you put on a board, and you have different kinds of terrains that you can do, like a volcanic terrain, like a village and stuff like that, and you can strategize what your player can do, and when you meet up with the other player, there's all these different strategies you can do with cards or just with basic moves, and I was like, wait, what? And it gets so involved, like, it's just amazing to
I
me.
can hear all the people laughing at you right now.
Yes, and you're saying this wrong, no, but anywho, I know Dungeons and Dragons is a lot more popular and a lot more complex. But yeah, so this is on Amazon Prime, and the animation style reminded me a little bit of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. I know it's not affiliated with that, but I did also see the animation studio Titmouse is involved, which I know the name, and not to make fun because they're incredible at what they do, and I think
I'm just immature.
it's named after a bird called the titmouse. I think that's
Yes.
what it's called, and
I'm just immature, and I like to,
I know. Can you imagine? I'm sure a lot of people do that. That's an animation company, no, but they're awesome, and they did. I think the introduction for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they also did some of Korra, I believe, in a game, or I don't know if they did some of the series. So, anywho, the animation style kind of reminded me of those shows, and I know it's an adult series.
But with the cast list that they have here, the voice acting list,
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Mercer, I know for a fact that he does the English voice for Levi from Attack on Titans.
That's pretty awesome. And as you know, we're watching Attack on Titan. We're watching the Japanese version. We're not watching the dub version. But that
So
is pretty
half of you are
cool.
going to be like, you could be listening to him in English.
I know. And we respect that. Like, we know both are really good. And it was hard for us to, we had a poll on YouTube, and you guys voted for us to watch the original and not the dubbed. But a lot of you also said that they're both good. So I do believe that. And Ashley Johnson, she actually played Ellie on The Last of Us. So that's pretty cool. I love that
And she also
game.
does the voice of Terra on Teen Titans Go.
I love Teen Titans. I mean, I love Teen Titans Go as well. It's such a funny series, but the original Teen Titans cartoon that came out in it wasn't the 90s, but early 2000s or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that
probably early
was,
2000s, yeah.
yeah, that was really good.
More
And
serious.
Terra was spelled Terra because she
It's
moved
the same.
Earth.
Yeah, like terraform.
Yeah, it's great. So, shall we get into this and see what it
Let's
entails?
do it.
Let's do it. And I will say that this was also created by Critical Role, who made a web series back in 2015. And a lot of fans, I think, got together and started a Kickstarter to get the funding to create this series or something. So if you guys want to give us more details, please do. I'm really curious, and I think we should just get into it.
I agree.
Whoopee! 101.
In another realm stood the majestic kingdom of Tal'Dorei.
Like this kingdom here. Animation's interesting.
Yeah.
Until a great evil arrived.
Oh!
Ooh.
Ew! Ew, eyes!
I don't know whether to laugh or to be like, holy crap.
That was something.
I propose we attempt to capture the beast and use it as a weapon against our enemies.
I must object, Sir Finch.
And where, might I ask?
His voice
The
sounds
Taurian
familiar.
butchers are butchered. The murder hobos murdered. The death dealers are all dead.
That's right. Who's the best? Yeah!
Grog win.
Oh, God.
That's you.
Yeah. Ew!
Only have
Yeah.
one ale.
One ale. Gross.
Oh, so chunky.
He stepped in it.
It knows.
The dog.
The greatest. I heard you couldn't even rescue a cow from a burning barn. Too weak to tickle your own pickle.
Are you offering to help?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh! Oh! It's a good start.
Don't spill the booze.
Meow.
Come in, Percy!
Oh, no!
Oops.
Oh, gross.
Oh!
That's gross.
Ooh, beer. Oh, drags him out. That's great. Ooh, boobs.
Boobies.
It's time for us to.
Oh.
Percy, the hell, man! If you want to join in, you gotta ask first.
First, you people drink me dry. Then, you destroy my tavern.
Ew.
Money, now.
Well, you see, we don't exactly have any money on us per se.
Well, perhaps if someone didn't accidentally decapitate the last fellow who hired us.
Well, I apologized, didn't I?
Vex and Vax only care about themselves. Fuck you. Ryan just wants to murder.
That's you and I.
Pretty much.
Ew.
Hey.
Apologies. Lots of money.
Ew, you see his balls.
Little gnome balls. Just a giant
It's
puppy.
okay, buddy. We'll be back soon.
Excuse me.
You can eat the guards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who the hell are you?
Vox Machina. You see, it's actually a somewhat clever play on words.
Honestly, we don't care.
Allow me to give you a proper introduction.
Oh, gods, here we go.
Your Excellence tried the best fighters can blow apart your fucking skull. Nature hath no fury quite like killeth the Ashari. My music's jammed, going hand, you can't stand it, get some water, hide your door. Oh, sorry. Machina.
Gosh, she keeps throwing up.
And the song was entertaining.
Why not give them a chance? Perhaps there's more than meets the eye.
He sounds like
with these warriors.
Cyborg.
Very well. You're hired, Vox Machina. Mainly because I like the band.
Yay.
Cha-ching.
One more question. Yeah, how are we supposed to get there?
I haven't felt that since.
Isn't this ship amazing? There's 2 bathrooms downstairs. Hey, by the way, why are you both whispering like we can't hear you?
So it's coin over character. Not surprising.
Thanks for the sweet
Don't you go
ride.
dying on me.
You'll be back to pick us up later, right?
That was fast.
Have you seen any evil wizards or giant monsters passing through here?
You're a priest of sorts, aren't you? Could you bless our house? Protect it from this evil?
A blessing? Yeah, sure. No problem.
Are you sure you're a holy person?
Yeah, I'm just out of practice. I don't really bless a lot of houses these days.
Wow!
And now it's in yours.
Whoa.
That's real silver. Keep it safe.
I hope they survive. I feel like all the violence we've seen, they might have been jinxed.
What, the villagers or the
family there that was blessed?
Think you'll be needing this.
Thanks. Oh, don't kill it.
Get the fuck out. That little lamb was behind all the mayhem.
Oh!
got like Godzilla powers?
Yeah.
We fight.
Oh no. He dies this episode. Ooh, smart. What?
Hopefully someone has healing powers.
Yeah, majorly.
Get me out! Get me out! I'm trapped under Grog's ass!
Alright, good.
But did you have to make it so thorny?
Dragon, we almost died.
It's just normal.
Oh, gross!
Ooh.
You see his ribs, too.
I got you.
Healing.
It's just normal. Yeah.
You can put me down now.
Oh, yeah.
Except give us a job and a bunch of gold and treasure and stuff.
We fought a lot of things, but a dragon?
When Vax and I were young, one of those monsters killed our mother. I've studied dragons my entire life, hoping to find the one that did it. I wasn't certain until the dragon... It's been years since Mother.
Are you sure, Vexalia?
I know what I felt.
Let's just get the hell out of here and never set foot in Amon again.
Whee!
Aww.
Oh no.
It's so sad. Oh.
Jeez.
Holding her baby.
Pike! Get over here!
Oh no.
Please, Everlight.
Oh.
Thinking of a rhyme for dead dragon? Cause I guess we're killing one.
I'm in.
I'm with ya.
That was actually well stated, Grog.
What was?
Never mind. Count me in as well.
Haha. Epic stance and glow.
Yay.
Created by Critical Role. I like the music too. Especially the song. I like the illustrations. At the end.
Yeah, I do too.
The pigeon.
Titmouse.
And Titmouse. Tom giggle. Yeah, so what did you think, Tom?
I liked it. I mean, I like the humor in it too. It catches you off guard, but it's pretty funny.
I agree.
Especially for my immaturity level.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really well done, not knowing anything going in. Like, it had a mix of everything I like. I mean, of course, a shock factor. I was kind of thinking it was going to be, okay, it's an adult animation, but it was going to be like Invincible in a way where we would see a lot of blood and gore. But when it came to...
Which we have.
Yeah, which we did, definitely. I wasn't sure like how extreme it would be, but then we also had sex. We had full-on nudity that's animated, and just the swearing, just the F-bomb all the time. But it added to the realism of it and how gruesome this can be. Like, this is more like real life. And it just,
Oh, yeah.
it was fun. Like, it just shocked me with that. And I was kind of thinking about Kim the entire time. I'm like, oh my God. So she's watching Attack on Titan with us. Different kind of adult theme, but you know, I was curious, like, oh my God, she would have like crazy reactions during this just with the nudity alone. she'd be like,
But I recognized a lot of the voice actors. I mean,
me too.
The King, I believe, is Carrie Payton.
Okay.
He does the voice of Cyborg on Teen Titans, on both Teen Titans actually.
I love Cyborg.
And he's also you haven't met him yet, but on Walking Dead he does Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he does. You know, I gotta tell you, I actually thought it was Ezekiel for a second, but I'm not always good with voices, and I don't like to just like spew out stuff that I'm guessing.
You guys haven't gotten to him yet, have you? In the show?
Mom and Kim haven't, but I know of him.
Okay.
I don't remember like what season he was in, but I do know of him. I think he was in season 7, or I know of him. I don't know much about him, but
yeah, he's coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he's a very talented voice actor. He's in actually a lot of things, but he's in recent times he's well known for his role in Cyborg. He does Cyborg in like everything. Every modern animated Cyborg, it's usually him.
Yeah, and even the video games, I think, too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, the video games, Teen Titans Go, Justice League, the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know.
That's exciting, because
as
I
soon as
didn't
you
know that
started
was
talking,
Ezekiel.
I'm like, I know that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I recognize a lot of voices in this, too, and just learning the characters. I'm trying to be better by writing down the characters' names, because we're introduced to a whole new show, and sometimes the names aren't very familiar, so I just want to try to write them down. But all in all, like, I love how there's a lot of drama mixed with humor, because when we were first introduced to these characters right from the start, I mean, that was a shock factor, and they just threw it in our face. Like, this is what it's about. You know, we're going to have cussing, sex, violence, and humor, and they just threw everything in the first bar scene, and I think that was so well done. And just how later on we started seeing more drama, and I really cared for them. Like, I just assumed that, okay, it's going to be more jokes and violence, but they have a full round, story of all these different elements that are wonderful. So I started caring about, okay, well, these guys, like, they get along very well. They're like a family unit, and they also have some romance, like some interest going on there between certain people, and so I find it very interesting. I want to learn more about these characters.
What's the big guy's name? I was going to take me a few episodes to learn their names, but he reminds me of
Grog.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he kind of reminds me of a combination between Drax and Kratos from God of War.
I can see that too. Big guy, bald, and he has tattoos all over him, and even the color skin is like Drax.
Yeah, the kind of humor attitude of like Drax, and then just the way he looks, like the way he's drawn with his tattoos and his coloration, kind of reminds me of Kratos in a way.
Yeah, I can see that too. I never finished playing God of War. I love that game though, because I would get so lost on the side missions. And then I would never get to the story, and it just took me forever. I played that for a long time too. So anywho, yeah, like I can see that. And even the gnome, I wrote down Scanland. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's what I heard, Scanland. He was really funny. I haven't seen a show with a gnome before besides David the Gnome when we were kids. David the Gnome, but he was a lot smaller.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And,
not quite the same.
Yeah, so I heard Lady Akima. Was that the blonde lady that was leading them?
I think that was the princess.
Yeah, so I heard
I'm
Kima.
assuming she's a princess.
Our channel's called Storm Akima, so I was like, hee. We never really hear anything close to that, right?
But it's the twins. They're Vox and Vax, right?
Yes, Vox and Vax, Vex and Vax.
No, I think it's Vox and Vax.
I think Vox is the team. I don't think one's Vox. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's Vex and Vax, because I kept checking that. And Vex is the male, and Vax is the female.
Okay, well, Vax, the way she's like how the clothing she's wearing, she kind of reminds me of Katara.
I know. I keep relating
the
that.
Blue and just all that blue, and then her hairstyle kind of, I mean, without the hair loop piece, but Her hairstyle kind of looks like it.
Like the fuzzy white around too, or something.
Yeah,
or like
the Water Tribe.
I know, and the animation with Titmouse, like I totally see Avatar / Korra with this. Like I just love their animation style so much. I mean, I could really see that in the characters. The animation's really good. I've always
the
enjoyed
dragon
that.
was drawn really well, and the dragon had more like Godzilla powers, where it had that blue flame coming out instead of your typical fire.
Like lightning. And I'm sorry I'm going to relate it to that because that's what I know, but the Dragon Prince, which you haven't seen, they have computer animation mixed in. I mean, it is all computer animated, but they like rasterized things so it looked not flatter, but it's just kind of adding some 2D elements to it, but it gave me that feel because it was computer animated, but they had some textures on it to make it more two-dimensional to kind of match the world better. But I think they did a good job with that. It was a great mix, and to have the lightning powers, that's in the Dragon Prince too. They have different dragons that have elemental powers, like a specific kind. So this one's sky or lightning. So yeah, I mean, this thing's freaking huge and powerful, and it sounds like the people that hired them might be involved. Like they're probably setting them up or something.
Well, maybe not all of them, but I think because when you first got introduced to when the group first came into the palace and they met all the king and all his people there, that one guy who just looked evil was given that weird look to the group. Mm-hmm. And he was telling them to just, send them on their way. Don't have any dealings with them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that he might have something to do with the dragon.
He might, because he's kind of suspicious, yeah.
He's kind of suspicious. He just has that evil look to him. But then again, that could just be to throw us off, too. I'm not sure, but...
I agree. I mean, because the king seems kind of oblivious. And he's just like, oh, okay, well, I like your bear, so, so I don't think it's him. But
big puppy.
Yeah, the guy talked to, I can see that. But I love Trinket, right? I think that's what the bear's name was. And that's her ally. That's Vax's ally / pet. But I think it's highly intelligent, so I don't really want to. I mean, pets are highly intelligent.
It's well trained.
Anyway,
It's well trained because, I mean, she had that thing dragging off somebody just at the blink of an eye.
And it understands English, It's like, okay, like, do this, all right. And then you just wait here, okay. I love smart animals. But yeah, so I think it's definitely a fun show so far. I enjoy all the characters. So far I see all of them that they're very interesting. And I like the elf girl, what's her name? Keyleth. I like her a lot.
She kind of dresses like Poison Ivy.
Kind
just
of.
All the green, and she has dealings with plants.
Red hair. I mean, I see her because, we've all seen Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but I see her as Tariel, like this, not that Tariel was like really, I mean, she was innocent in a way, but she has the same like green robes and the red hair and stuff, and she's an elf, so I kind of thought that. And I like her character because she's so innocent, and she only had one ale, she said, and she was so sick all the way through and hungover and even puking like way beyond with her at the Sovereign or whatever.
And she puked in that
and it wouldn't attack. I'm like, it was so gross.
Make me want to barf. Ooh.
I know, it was so nice. Can you imagine like animating pee and animating puke? And
that one part where the gnome goes up to take a piss and he's standing right next to that guy. I'm like, it's like when you go into a restroom and like you have all these empty stalls and you go to use one and someone has to come right next to you. I'm like, dude, you have the whole woods to go pee. Go walk away.
See, that's so, because hearing that, like, I don't have that problem because we have stalls, so.
Well, not that I've ever thought about someone's going to start talking to me and turn around and start peeing on my leg or anything like that, but,
But it's true. There. It's true. It's like, what the heck, man? It's like, I mean, it's different because that's, very private, but at the same time, like, like when you're trying to park somewhere and sometimes you try to park away from other people and someone pulls in right next to you, they park right next to you instead of like, oh, you have all these open spots, so you have to be right next to you.
Yeah, but at least in a car, it's almost like I'm peeing on your leg.
I know, exactly, because that's gross. That's really gross. But yeah, I think it was a very good episode. I guess they're twins, not just brother and sister. They're twins, I think
they're twins.
Said, right? Yeah. So I like them a lot, and just the vulgar language between everyone, like it's just in your face and it's real. Like you feel it. Like that's how people talk to each other in a way, and they're rugged, and I just like it. Yeah. So I can't wait to watch more. They're so rugged. So until next time, guys, come join us and watch some more Vox Machina. And yeah, I want to say Machina because I didn't know how to pronounce it at
Stop
first.
butchering the English language.
I wonder how many people actually butcher that. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I'm excited to see more. If you want to see the next episode early, you can check it out on our Patreon. If you're watching on our Patreon, thank you guys so much. You financially keep us going. Just giving the video a thumbs up really helps out. Please subscribe so you can always be aware when a new video is coming up. We have them come up every day. And we'll see you very soon as always.
And if you like us, make sure you tell your friends about us too.
Yes, please. That helps.
We like friends.
What do you like to say, Tom? Make our channel grow.
Make our channel grow. Yeah.
Love you
really
guys.
repulsive.
Yeah, right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Toodaloo.